y'all have a pound of ground beef? Because that's what this recipe calls for today. Come on and let's get started. Hey y'all, have you got that 1 pound of ground beef and you just can't figure out what to do with it? Come on, and in this recipe today, I'm going to show you what to do with 1 pound of ground beef. Okay y'all, this is what you're going to need for the recipe. 1 pound of ground beef, 2 medium-sized white potatoes. I've got 1 small yellow bell pepper, 1 medium purple onion, some tomato sauce, tomato paste, about a tablespoon, garlic powder, paprika, salt and pepper, chili powder, some chives, and a tiny dash of red pepper flakes, and 1 can of beef broth. So y'all, let's turn around here now and we're going to show you how to do this ground beef recipe. Okay, we're going to start with just browning our ground beef and getting it ready. We're going to get our potatoes fork tender, but not cooked all the way, while the ground beef is cooking. This right here is just a fast, easy way to use up 1 pound of ground beef to make a meal for your family on a budget. Now that my ground beef has started cooking good, I'm going to go ahead now and add my onions and peppers. And just let all that start cooking together. Depending on your ground beef, you may need to drain the grease off, or if you're using a ground beef that don't have a lot of fat, you won't have to. But this one I'm going to have to drain because it does have quite a bit of grease coming out of it. So we will be draining this one. This is how our meat mixture looks after we've let it sit here and drain. Okay, now we've got it back in the pan. We're going to add our tomato sauce. Around 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. And now we're just going to let that sit there for around 4 to 5 minutes and simmer. One cup of the beef broth. My tomato paste is starting to unthaw. You can see how it's turning a darker red. And now we're going to add all our other spices and our salt and pepper. Fully mix it good, incorporate all those spices and seasonings. And let it sit there and just simmer for around 5 to 6 more minutes while our potatoes are getting fork tender. Boiling your potatoes separate helps keep the starch out of your mixture. You don't want all that extra starch in your ground beef dinner. Now we're going to put our 2 potatoes, drained and fork tender, in our ground beef. And now we're just going to toss and mix in our potatoes. And now we're going to put the lid on it and let them simmer for 15 minutes. And here we have cornmeal, vegetable oil, a little bit of the sugar, and 1 egg, and a tiny bit of milk, about 1/4 of a cup. And I'm going to make these single servings little cornbread pans to go with our ground beef dinner. I didn't want to do a whole recipe on cornbread because I just want to fill up these 2 little pans. Look how cute they are. They're like little loaves. And now we're going to bake these on 350 until they're done. I'll just have to watch them because I've never made cornbread in these. I've let it simmer and it's almost ready. And my cornbread's almost ready. But that right there is about how thick I like my sauce to get. If you want it thinner, just don't cook it quite as long. But you can see right there, it's got a little, it's not quite, it's a little thick. It's not real thin. That's how Travis likes it. Just get it ever how your family likes it. And if you see you're having a little trouble of getting it thick, just take the lid off and let it cook down, and a lot of the juice will come out. But all that juice, that beef broth, and that tomato paste has cooked in the potatoes. Not quite ready yet. Okay, y'all, our little cornbreads are done now. And here's our ground beef dinner ground beef and potato dinner. And we're gonna have some lima beans also. So now let's plate it up, y'all. So now let's bowl us up a bowl of our ground beef recipe. So if you're looking for something to do with 1 pound of ground beef, this turned out delicious. We're going to top it with just a little bit of Kobe Jack cheese. An easy ground beef recipe. Okay, y'all, so that's our recipe for 1 pound of ground beef. If y'all like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It helps our channel grow. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until the next recipe, y'all keep cooking.